Welcome to this video on how to stand for an election on the Student Union website. This video will cover what elections are, how to stand for a position, and how to upload your statement of why you want to run for the position. This is also known as a manifesto. So elections are an opportunity to take charge and lead as a student group, working alongside your committee to provide events and activities for your members. Each student group should be holding elections for at least a president and treasurer, but they may also be electing other roles for the committee. To find out more information about what your group is doing, reach out to the current committee and ask for their returning officer. This returning officer is the person in charge of running elections for your group. So now on to elections. The first thing you need to do is log on to the QMSU website. You can find the login here on the top right hand corner. As a student, you need to click on current students and then click here to log in your university name and password. As I'm a staff member, I'm just going to log in this way. The next thing you need to do is find the student group that you're interested in running. So you can go here, click on Clubs and Societies, and then press Find a Club or Society. For this video, I'm going to use board games as an example. So I'm going to search for board games. And then to find the election, you need to scroll to the bottom of the page, and you can see here that there's an election section. So you click this arrow to expand, and you can see that the board games are currently looking for the new society committee for 2021-22. First of all, if you want to find out what positions are available and which ones you can run for, you can click here to post list. So I'm going to open a new tab. So here you can see all the positions they have available. So they've got president, social media secretary, event secretary, treasurer, vice president, and RPG secretary. And then you can see under here is all the short descriptions of what it means to go for that role. So I'm going to, after a quick look, I'm going to decide to go for the president of Board Game Societies. Why not? So you go back to this page. So this is the main societies page. And I'm going to stand in the election. So if you don't see this, if you don't see the stand in election, this means that you're not currently a member of the group. You need to be a member of your group if you want to be able to run in the elections. So once you've got your memberships, click here that says stand in election. Also, if you don't see an election for your student group, again, please contact your returning officer / the current committee to find out when they're doing their elections. For societies, volunteering and student media groups, they should be doing their elections right about now. So right about in like February, March time for Mile End, and for Barts and London groups, your elections might not be happening until later in May. So just clicked on standing in elections, and you get taken to this page. This page will ask for your details. So first of all, you can see your display name. So this is a name that will appear when people come and look at the candidates and see who they want to vote for. This is the name they see. So they'll see my full name. If I don't want my full name display, I can just call myself Clara. If you're running to be a co-president, for example, or you want to run as like two people, you can, what you should do is you should write like the other person's name. So like let's say I'm running with my co-worker Tom, I'm writing my display name as Clara and Tom, but I want to be president myself, so I'm gonna keep my full name as well. So my display name will be Clara Lee. Next, you need to make sure that your email is correct. So these are the emails I have associated with my account, but if you don't see your email there, you can click here, add email address, or for the ones that if there's already an email listed and it's an email that you use regularly, then just keep with that. So this is an email that I use quite regularly, so I'll do that, and then input your phone number. So I don't actually have a work number at the moment, so I've just got this fake number and using that, but you can also add another phone number by clicking on this button. Then make sure you read the terms and conditions. So in order to stand, you must hold a current fully paid standard membership for the society. You must also be a registered student for the academic year 2021-22. So I'm not a student, but for the purpose of this video, I am. So once you're happy with that, you press save. So once you press save, the nominations will then appear underneath. So if you hadn't had a chance to look at what positions are available, this will then this is your second chance now. So you can see all the different positions they have available listed here. And then you can now also see there's an action to stand for a role. So for this election, you can see that the society set up that you can only run for one post. So that will mean that if I put myself for president, I won't be able to run for another role. But that's fine because I want to go all in and go for president. So to go for president, I'm going to press stand. And then it just says click the button to confirm your nomination. So submit nomination means that you confirm that you want to run for this role, that you want to be a candidate for this position. So yes, I want to be a candidate for the president of the Board Game Society. So I'm going to press submit nomination. And so now that's all done. So you've actually just gone ahead and submitted your nomination, and you can see that your status says your nomination is pending approval. This is normal to see. What will happen is that the returning officer will review all the nominations and approve it at a later date. So that's how you stand for a position. But now the next thing to do is write your statement of why people should vote for you. So it'll be good. It's good and all that I've put myself forward, but no one knows why I should be president and why I should be the better candidate over any other candidates. Welcome to part 2 of how to stand for election on the Students' Union website. Now that I've stood for a position, I'm going to upload my manifesto, which is my statement of why people should vote for me. So if you just came from the first video, you should be on this page and you should be able to see manifesto and upload. But let's say you didn't have time to do your manifesto last time and you stood for a position, closed everything down, and now you want to go back and change it. So let's do that. So let's say you went on this page, you're back on the main page, so back on the main Students' Union website. So again, first of all, make sure you're logged in as a student. So again, you click on here, it'll say log in, and you log in as a current student, and then you find the club or society that you're running for a position in an election. So I am going for board games, so I'm just going to find them. And you do the same thing, and you go to the groups page, and you scroll to the bottom, and the election should appear here. Now that I've actually stood for a role, the bottom page will actually be a bit different. So again, I can still see the post list and see what posts are available. But now the bottom, instead of saying stand for election, it says review nominations. So you click on that, and you get taken back to this page that I was in the beginning of this video. So you scroll down, and you can see it's still here that my nomination is still here for president, and I can upload my manifesto here. So now onto that, I'm going to click on here. So you can see the first thing you can do is upload an image of yourself so people know what you look like. So you just press here, choose file. I don't think the video will actually show that that's now popped up, but my files are now showing up, and I'm just going to pick an image, and then you press upload. Make sure the file's small enough so it'll fit, it'll upload properly. I think if the file's too big, it'll just say error, so you might need to resize your image. I've just picked the generic Students' Union logo, so unfortunately you won't get to see a picture of my face. Next is a slogan. So depending on how the elections have been set up, you may or may not see this section. But for this case, yes, the society has set it so you can write a slogan. So you can see, as you can see, maximum word count is 10. So I'm just going to say Clara Lee #1 for president. Not very imaginative, but does the job. I hope you can think of a better slogan than me. So then the main part of the manifesto is here. So manifesto, and this is where you write down why people should vote for you and what makes you qualified, etc. So I'm just going to write down vote Clara Lee #1 for president. And then here we do have written guidance as well of what you should write in your manifesto, but very briefly I'm just going to write down info on who I am. So this is things that you should be writing in your manifesto. Info on why I want to run, and info on what I will do if elected. So these are the 3 core things you should really be writing in your manifesto. It doesn't have to be too long, but it needs to cover these points so people can see why you want to go for the role. And then once you're happy with all that, you can press save. You can see that it's gone through because this box has appeared now saying changes saved. And you can then also see that this button's now appeared. It says appear preview manifesto. So if you click on that, this is what my manifesto currently looks like. So you can see that my picture's there, my name as I written down in my display name. So again, if you're running as like 2 people, it will say your name plus the other person. Here's my slogan, and then this is what I wrote in the main body of the manifesto. So that's the basics of it, but you can also jazz up a bit, which I'll show you how to do now. So if you go back onto Edit Manifesto, you can actually change the formatting of this by using these buttons up here. So I can like highlight that, I can center that and make it into a heading. So I made that heading 1, and then I can also add headings to these information. So I'm going to add who am I? Bit of an existential crisis at 12:48. Why you should vote for me, and then last heading, if elected. And then you can then highlight that and make these into headings as well. So just going to do that now. And then you can also change that into like bullet points. So I can do info what you elected. The second thing I'm going to be doing the third thing I'll be doing. And then finally, if you can also upload an image, if you click on this little image button here, and to upload an image, you need to press Browse Server here. So again, I don't think the window is going to appear for you in the video, but basically it will say at the top of it says Manifesto Assets, and in the top left hand corner it will say Choose File. Click on Choose File, and then your files will come up, and you can just pick up any image that you want to put in your manifesto. So I've just pick a random one here. Once you've picked your image and you press the button that says upload, and then hopefully you can now then see what I'm seeing now in the video, and you press OK, and you can see that the image is here, but it's massive. So if you want to change the size of the picture, you click on the image. So you click on the image and then press the image button again, and you can see here the dimensions of the image at the moment. So if I want to make it a bit smaller, let's just say I want to make it like 100 pixels. Okay, that'll be a bit too small. Let's make it sorry, this is a bit trivial because I'm not actually going to be running for this role, but anyway, 300 pixels, and as long as this padlock is on, it will then automatically adjust the height for you. So if I turned that off and adjusted that, you can see that the height hasn't changed, so it will like ruin all the ratios. So yeah, make sure it is actually on, and then press OK. So you can see that that image is much smaller now, much more manageable. You can also change the alignment of it, so that means where it will appear on the page. So at the moment the alignment's not set, but again, I don't think you can see the drop down option, but it says not set left or right. So I'm going to make it right aligned, press OK, and that's appeared over there. Just trying to see if there's any other features that you can do in here. So you can embed a YouTube video if you wanted to. If you wanted to go as far as making a YouTube video, you can make that into a hyperlink. So if I highlighted that and press link, I can like direct it to go somewhere. So I can just direct it to go to the main homepage. What else is there? I mean, if you are a pro of HTML, you can also do that. You can tell that I didn't do computer science, but you can write it in code if you prefer. But this is the easy way, because what you see is what you'll get. If you didn't want these to be numbers, you can also turn them to bullet points. Yeah, so quite a few things you can do. And once you're happy with that, press save. And then to preview again, press preview manifesto. And this is now what it looks like. So you can see that this is now like in headings, the link there. Oh, the image is gone. It's gone down there. Yeah, make sure you preview it and see what it looks like in the final picture. So yeah, that's how you edit your manifesto. So now it's the final part of how to withdraw. If you want to choose to withdraw as a candidate, you need to go back to the society page. So I'm just going to go through it this way. Scroll down, go to elections. You can see that this has now changed. So before it said like stand elections, but because I'm already standing for president, it now says review nominations. And yeah, if I wanted to withdraw, you can press here. So so here you can see that my president, you can see that I can edit my manifesto. So you can go back and edit your manifesto any time as well, as long as it's still, nominations are still open, and like that the returning officer is allowing you to edit your manifesto. But you should be able to edit your manifesto until nominations close. You can press read. So if you do that, again, you'll get taken back to your manifesto. But let's say I don't want to be president anymore. Let's say I'm just too busy with everything else. I can press withdraw here. A pop-up will say, "Are you sure you want to withdraw?" You press OK, and then that's it. You have withdrawn. But you can also, if you withdrew but then like regretted that and you want to stand again, you can press stand again. And then a pop-up will say, "Are you sure you want to resubmit your nomination? It will require re-approval." Press OK. And it'll come back up again, and actually it will save your manifesto that you wrote as well. So that's a handy feature should you have withdrawn and put yourself back again. So I think that's it. If you have any other questions, please feel free to email us on su-societies@qmul.ac.uk or contact your returning officer. Thank you.